Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for attending our Monday night team training camp chair crew. And I've been told I really need to make this background a little bit more Christmassy, maybe some snow, a Christmas tree, maybe a fire. We'll figure this out. So anyway, there's a few things that I wanted to go over tonight because it's been, well, Turks and Caicos is one thing. There's another thing that I got again from Big Al, and everybody likes to do a little bit of training. We do have some new people that came on. I don't have their pictures in order to make their really neat little thing that I put out to you guys for recognition. And of course, they're from overseas and one of them from here, but I will get to that next week. Hey, John, thanks for coming in. Oh, and Deborah's here too. Deborah Lucas, woohoo! We're gonna have the whole, hi, John. We're gonna have the whole Lucas family here before you know it. Oh, you know what? Let me text Chad really quick here and get this to him as well. There we go. Okay, hopefully he's got that. He has been out so busy talking to people and sharing what we have here with APL Go. And you guys, I just have to share another thing with you today. I know we heard this earlier, but it just really hit home Sunday when Tina mentioned this again. She said, do you guys realize that, you know, we're in such a good place here with APL Go, and sure, we've been through some shipping issues, warehouse issues since September, but the whole 12, 15, 16 months before that, it was like smooth sailing. In fact, we were all saying, you got to be kidding, there's not even one little hiccup here. Well, then we got the, you know, the warehouse issue hiccup, and that's all resolved. And then something else was brought to our attention. We already know how good Sergi is. We already know how giving he is. But one thing you might not know is he is a self-made millionaire. He doesn't use any of this APL Go money to support his lifestyle. How incredible is that? I mean, the guy lives like a king, and he's not using this money to support his lifestyle. That just took him up on the charts a lot higher. And I was talking to Diane Lucas today, and she said the same thing. That just took him up a few more notches. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, because I just know we're in the right place at the right time. And I know you all heard that so many times before, but things are really happening here with APL Go. So there's another thing that I just want to send this out to you guys. Hey, Tuesday is here. Tuesday's here on Monday. I love it. I love it. So
I couldn't miss.
I know you just can't miss it. I hope you heard that last thing that I just said about Sergi, because that is just fascinating, that, you know, self-made millionaires don't need to use the money from their company in order to keep things rolling or to support their own lifestyle. And I love that he doesn't do any of that, use any of that here for that. So anyway, I got a message from Big Al, and, you know, he says, hey, and this is came in the form of an email, and he says, hey, has anything changed over the last year and a half? Really? Yeah, a lot of things have changed. In fact, so many things have changed that, you know, people have been kind of going crazy. You don't want to listen to everything you hear there. Anyway, so this one guy, Ernest, I'm going to read this to you because it's just hilarious, but he says, Ernest told him, you won't believe it, everything's changed. We got a new president. Well, I knew that. The virus made everyone crazy. Well, we saw that online. You can't even go inside a bank unless you wear a mask. Ha ha. Maybe Ernest started New Year's Eve drinking a little too early. Too hard to believe that, Whopper. But we all know that. I even feel weird walking into a bank with a mask on. I mean, it's the one place you're not supposed to walk into a bank with. And everybody's looking for a side business. Network marketing is exploding. Those were the words that caught my attention. So a lot of things have changed, But have you guys realized that it's so much easier to talk about network marketing now? And people are accepting it. Now, they've always accepted it in other countries, you know, United States being probably the one that's the most skeptical. Oh, contraire. We've run into some other countries that, you know, one side of the country is like, whoa, yeah, this is amazing. The other side of the country is like, what? Another one of those things? Well, that's kind of the way it's been here in the United States for several decades. You know, thank you, Amway. But then again, thank you, Amway, because they have made things so much easier for setting the pathway for all of us to earn a little bit more. The thing is, this last 18 months, 2 years, has actually had more people stop at what they're doing. They've been able to have a job and actually work from home. Well, guess what a lot of those people are doing? They found out that working from home was pretty darn good. And then they also found out that working from home, they're still getting those same wages and they can earn so much more in this industry. So several of them we have found are not only doing their work from home at work from home, you know, like they're working, like here, there's people that work at MTA. I'll just use that. It's a business, you know, it's our telephone business. It's our internet business. They'll work from home, or somebody that works at the bank, they'll work from home. Guess what they're picking up on the side and making more money with? Network marketing. I'm seeing it all over social media. I'm seeing it all over TikTok, and that's been a big clue. There's so many people there my age and a lot older that are doing so much better now than they ever did in their 40, 50-year job that they retired with. So you're in the right place at the right time. Is all you need to do is get out there and start sharing this with even more people, because that's when all the goodies happen. Okay, so with that being said, by the way, Chad, see you there. Hi, Daniel. And who else is with us here tonight?
Good evening.
Hey, 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 hey. and Randy's here from Anchorage. So anyway, things have changed, you guys. Did you hear the big announcement? Who today, besides Randy, because I know Randy did, who today saw what was happening on our Facebook Go Extreme page? Oh, goody, I get to give you the news? The Turks and Caicos has been canceled. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Turks and Caicos has been extended to qualify all the way through the month of February now. And why is that? Well, you know, a lot of us have been sitting on corporate calls and we've been trying to decide, well, should this take place? Should this? Well, look at you guys, it's already what, the 13th of December, and there's no set plan. So today, well, early this morning, national directors and above got on a Zoom and they made the new sheet, made the new qualifications. And if you guys want to go to our team Facebook page, I'm going to also put these in our Team Visionaries messenger there, but I didn't want to put it in before I announce this. But you guys, this is pretty awesome. Oops, there we go. It has the trip qualifications are the same. You qualify 100 PV, which I know a couple people did today, and for the month of December, 100 personal volume, just yourself, for the month of January and the month of February now. Now you can still qualify the old way that the company's doing it if you want. Those numbers and those qualifications are in your back office under announcements, but I got to tell you, here in America, United States, we weren't real happy, and I know a lot of people feel the same way about finding. We don't want to see how deep your pockets are. You know, how you can just reach into your wallet and order some volume here and boom, you're off to Turks and Caicos. The whole idea about building a team and having your team go with you is gathering volume. And I'm so happy that they did that. So there's a 5,000 qualification, a 7,500 volume qualification, 10,000 and a 15,000. Now the 5,000, and you know, I was going over some qualifications in the back office and I pulled up a couple people. You can see these. You're already halfway there to 5,000. So you need to go into your back office, and Chad, you need to look at yours. Dr. Lucas, you need to look at yours. Christy, you need to look at yours. I'm just so excited for you guys. I have this feeling you're going to qualify before I do. So you need to accumulate 5,000 in group volume. And here's how you do that. When you go into your back office and you look at your binary tree, and I don't know if I can screen share this. Yeah, it's in the binary tree, details of your organization. You're going to see one side and the other side. That is, if you have somebody sponsored on one side and the other, you're going to see that. And you're going to see the volume there, the time period. You know what? I can screen share this. Hold on just a second. Let me go here. Because this is, okay, come on. It's a little slow. There it is. There. Hopefully, can you guys see this thumbs up? Clee, can you see this? All right. Yeah. This is actually my daughter's back office. And over here on this, on her one leg, there's 2,672 in volume already, and she's actually getting paid. This is her larger leg. She's getting paid off of this leg right here. So you can go over, by the way, you probably want to know how I found that. It's over here on the menu side, and you're going to go to binary tree, details of your organization right there, and it's going to bring you right to this box right here. A little slow because I got my video on, I'm assuming. So anyway, this is this month right here, and this is all we're concerned with are brand new enrollments, ups and status upgrades. So you click over here on show details. I'm waiting for that to come up. And by the way, she can use the other side too. She just can only use people that are actually in or from people that she has personally sponsored down 3 levels. That you guys, same way. So here we are. There's Chad is on here with 1,200. Diane is on here with 160. Diane again with 110 because she upgraded, so those count. And then here's Randy Lucas. These are all on her 1, 2, and 3 level. And how do you make sure of that? Well, let's go down here to Randy. And yeah, he qualifies for Christy because he's on her 3rd level. Does he qualify for me? No. What a bummer, because that's my 4th level, and that's 1,200 in volume. So that's how you're going to go in and check on these. And when you do, you're going to go use this sheet of paper right here. That it's the one. This is still valid. And you'll put the people in that you've personally sponsored, and you can bring this as many over as you want. In fact, I think I've got one here that has, well, I had one that had several across from it. And you start putting the people down here and their numbers, and you add it up to 5,000 total. And you can't have more than 2,500 coming from one side. And that is in all of the requirements right here. Well, let's see if I can get that. The requirements right here. And does anybody have any questions on that? Because I know there were a ton of questions last night, and I really didn't think I was going to be going back over this today, but because they finally finalized it and everything is in stone, I can answer questions. Okay, who's going to Turks and Caicos? Let me ask you that one. Yay! Yay! And I know Randy is there too. So John, great. Is that Mount Shasta? Looks like Mount Shasta there. So John, you and Rain can totally qualify for this. And you guys, now that they've extended it through February, there's no reason why we can't reach 15,000 on here. If you reach 15,000 And I know I think I had Ron Cooper on earlier today that literally took that 15,000 and reverse engineered it and put down how much a diamond pack is worth, the 1,200, and all the 1,800, the 600, you know, for 600, you get 240. That's going to be a lot of 600 packs. But I think, like Tina said, if you do the 200 pack, that's like one every other day. But you guys, this is so doable. This is so much more doable than doing it the way that they have in your back office to earn the volume. I mean, it's ridiculous amount of volume. So if you guys want help on this, please, 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 because Doc Lucas is in Hawaii, I'm home. And I'm working this every day, even helping them while they're in Maui, sitting by the pool. I love that when you guys called me today. I literally loved it. So does anybody have any questions? And none?
We are tagged on mostly everything already, correct?
Yes. Yeah, I didn't tag you guys on this announcement yet because I wanted to do it here and help with any questions that we have. And now I can go in there and actually I'm going to put it in our team visionaries. Okay, so tonight, as you guys probably seen my Facebook page, I've been baking like crazy, getting the things out for the grandkids, and cut my wee little finger, almost cut the tip of it right off. I know, just getting too much of a hurry. So I want to open this up to you guys because I've been saying that, and we barely have any time at the end to answer questions that you have. And, you know, you always have the guides there for whenever you're not able to reach somebody quick enough. But Chad, I'm sure you've got some questions. Diane, you probably got some. Debbie, I don't call you Deborah. Debbie, you might have some questions if Randy's there with you. Yeah, I know. Chad's going, don't call her Deborah. So the floor is open. Daniel, what's going on in Reading? You are so muted. By the way, you guys, remember you're muted. And you can unmute yourselves.
The rain is coming down.
Well, Reading can use some rain.
I've got a whole bunch of samples out, been contacting to a few people, so we'll see what happens. This all this week. That's
all we need to hear is the samples are going out. Chad just sent me a picture. I think that was yesterday. I saw it yesterday or this morning. And I'm not sure if that was your bed or the floor or what, but he has like
that's a queen size bed, and that's not even all of it. I'm still waiting on more product.
It's got like $7,000 worth of product. You guys know how many it's like boxes and boxes and boxes. So don't ever panic when you go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with this? When we got that many, we handed out a whole box. And with these boxes, I also hand out the sheet of paper that tells what this one does.
Right.
Because
so
if
can we?
What?
So my question is, can we get more of the pamphlets, the ones that explain what everything is and everything? Because they only sent like 2 in one box and then 3 in my other box.
Yeah, those are from corporate, and you can actually order those brochures from Julia. But here's the thing about those brochures. I wish I had one on me right here. Those brochures have 15 products on it. It's something that you can just give people that says this is this, but it doesn't really say a lot on there. What you want to do, you have one there. What you want to do is actually
brochure or the stat sheets.
Oh, the brochure. The brochure hardly has anything on it. Now the stat sheet, what Tuesday, yep, what Tuesday's showing right there, that's what you want to send with it. You go into our Facebook page and go to in the guides and go to flyers and brochures.
Mm-hmm.
And you will find those there. In fact, there you go. That's one of the biggest one that Doc Lucas gets out of his office.
Yeah. I tape my samples to it.
Yep.
And I write on the top of it, I'll say, here's your sample, I'll tell them take one a day, keep me posted on how you're feeling and talk to you soon, stuff like that.
Yeah, and here's another great thing to do it. You all know what sticky notes are, right?
Mhm.
When I send out a box, and I remember Tina sending these out to Ray Lewis. You know who that is, right? She'd
I
stick,
do.
yeah, she'd stick a sticky note on there and say, like, this is HRT. And as I was tested with this, I should be taking 2 of these a day. Not everybody knows that, but I would recommend 2 a day of HRT, ice as needed. But I stick that on here and I say, this is for you. Your body will determine how you use this, but I recommend 2. Your body's going to may tell you different. They could, it's if I know them. If I don't know them, I just give them this stat sheet but I do tell them your body will tell you. And a lot of these, you do not know how you feel. You don't know. They like this one here. I don't know how different it makes me feel, but I do know this. After I've been taking this for a year and I don't take it, I do feel something different. I feel a lot different. So, and Dr. Luke, is Dr. Lucas actually driving Diane, or is she here? She's on her iPhone.
I told them that they needed to get on. I called them a couple hours ago.
She's actually here.
An hour and a half ago.
They're
Okay.
here. They're the ones that it says iPhone. I don't know if you can see the people on here, but it says iPhone. Oh, Clee, what was that you just held up?
The cards from Julia.
Those are in there as well. That one's kind of hard to read. In fact, that's the only one that is the hardest to read because it has coffee on the background of it. And
Sorry.
but Chad, you can go into the, if you put that right in front of you, there you go. And kind of lean up to the camera a little bit better. It's because you've got a backdrop on there. But Chad, if you go into our Facebook pages in the guides, you will see those there and you can print them off yourself, or you can ask Julia. They're really inexpensive. I think I bought 500 brochures for like $125.
Yeah, that's not.
She's got these postcard things too that are really cool.
That's much better. Yeah, those are in there. And Julia has those. She does a lot of our marketing materials. And I mean, let's face it, who wants to spend 99 cents a piece on our brochures when you can get them from Julia for 25 cents?
Right.
Yeah.
There, that's a great one. The Power Apricot for Women. That's what those look like. And hi, doctor, how you doing? You're muted. Hold on just a second. Do you know how to unmute it? I just asked you to unmute. So I hope they pulled over because he's got both his hands off the steering wheel.
He probably hasn't. Oh, he's probably got it going through the car though.
It is, yeah. It's so if you tap up at the top of your screen, there'll be a little thing that says open the speaker. And at least they've got some good reception. They kind of went away for a little bit there. And now you're frozen. Anyway, there's actually a lot of people on here that have been asking to hear from Dr. Lucas. And now's your opportunity if we can get him to unmute himself. Let me see if I can unmute you from over here. Hold on just a second. No, I can only ask to unmute. Were you able to see that and unmute yourself? Diane had it before. Well, I don't want him to get too frustrated. So if anybody has any, and it's nice to see you, Dr. Lucas, it really is. They're having fun in Hawaii there. I would love, if you can figure out how to get yourself unmuted, I will totally be quiet because I would love for Dr. Lucas to say how he feels about what's been going on with the company and what he's been doing in his office with these. It's been phenomenal. So, and it might work better if you turn your camera off and then you can use the speaker on it. I'm not sure. It's because you're not in your regular surroundings there. Okay, now can you unmute? Sorry, it's taking so long, you guys.
Well, I can tell you something that I just started taking the STP. For those that are wondering how much pain it can take away, I currently just broke all my cartilage in my right side of my ribs and everything, and it's been hard to breathe. And just taking it the last few days that I just got it has relieved a lot of the pain. I haven't had to take ibuprofens or Tylenol or anything else to help with the swelling.
Wow, that's awesome. And anytime you have testimonies like this, Chad, feel free to go into our Facebook testimony, DNA Drops testimony group, and put your own testimony on there under STP.
I'm
That
getting
would be
there.
great. Yeah, I know. It's yeah. So sorry, you must have went through some trauma for all that to happen. So
Intelligent life choices.
we're going to be making much more better ones here lately anymore in the future, right? So I think they're still struggling with or trying to figure out how to get themselves unmuted there. But if we can get Dr. Lucas on here, I feel so bad because, you know, they're over there having a really good time. And today he has spent a lot of time actually with APL Go. We've been on the phone back and forth a few times today. So, okay, so Ron, if you probably haven't heard, or maybe you have, the Turks and Caicos trip has been extended for qualification through February because
You
now
gotta be kidding, you're kidding me. Awesome.
no, and I also went through a couple people's, I don't have to go to the back office. I can do it completely from mine. And there's 3 people, in fact, Chad's one of them. Dr. Lucas is another, and they're more than halfway there. My daughter is more than halfway there to the 5,000. And it's a matter of getting your sheet out, getting this, and start recording. And they're not allowing the volume. Remember when yesterday when Tina went into the back office and then start going through your commissions and seeing if that person is level 1, 2, or 3, those will not count. So you only go to your binary tree details of your organization, and it's the new enrollments, the people that upgrade, and status upgrades that count for this.
I'm confused.
Well, you can either rewatch the replay.
Okay, I will.
Because I went over all this when we first got started here.
Okay.
There is a
Oh.
new sheet, and it's on our Team Go Extreme Facebook page, and Tina just put that up about an hour ago. And they went ahead and did a national directors and above, made the decision, just put it in stone. So it's not going to change anymore. And because it's like the 13th of December, and we've been waiting for, you know, some solid words here written, that they decided to extend it through February.
Awesome.
No pressure there.
That's
So,
awesome, because honestly, it was kind of nerve-wracking when it's like, okay, you got this amount of time to try to get this, and then you're working with people during the holidays, which some people are really tight with money, and then some people are just like, you know, I'm working
right,
extra
Chad.
hours, I can't meet up with you and stuff.
Yeah.
So can we talk about this another time? So that's what I've been dealing with on some of my personal friends levels. So
that's a very valid point that you made there, because even going out this morning, I said I wasn't going to go out, and the parking lots, well, of course it's -14, but the parking lots were basically empty when I got there at 9 o'clock in the morning. As I was leaving by 10, packed, the parking lots were completely packed. So everybody's out getting their Christmas stuff done, but that's not, again, it's not going to stop me. And it's probably not going to stop a lot of you guys from getting stuff out there, because regardless of people being busy, they always want to, they're always looking, and you're just going to run into that right person. And November and December, and usually January too, are the biggest, November and December being the biggest months in network marketing ever, always. And I can only imagine this December is even going to be better than last December, because everybody was so, what do we do? Now they're pretty much, they know what they're doing, and they know they want more. So don't hesitate to go out there and get some of this amazing product we have out to them. So anybody have any questions? Because I really want to open this up to you. We've done, a little bit of training, talked about the Turks and Caicos, trying to get Dr. Lucas on here, but I can't get his
Do we,
speaker going.
sorry, I got like a couple questions tonight.
Okay.
Do we know what's going on? Have we got any information on Power for Women, Grow,
Yes.
and SLB yet?
Oh yeah, everything is, 4 planes landed in the United States. They are packed with product. There's over 16,000 boxes of every single product. Everything is being separated to the warehouses right now, and every single back order will be done by between the 15th and the 19th. Everybody.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And then
And that
Why?
will never, never, never happen again. Those are Sergi's words. He said that will never happen again.
That's good news.
Yeah.
And then what about HPY? I kind of heard a little bit about it when I was reading through it.
Well, don't hold your breath on HPY. It is, now if you want some, you can contact Ron Cooper's people over in Denmark. Ron, we may be connecting with them. The thing is it is not, there's still some states here that it's not been licensed in, and it has to be licensed in all 50 or he's not going to bring it here. That's one of the things. The other one is, I don't know if it's the packaging. I'm not quite sure what it is, but don't hold your breath on that one. Which air that people want, that is in, they're both Happy and Air are being used in Russia. That was like, one of their things. And why we don't have it, I hope it's not going to be like the coffee. They have other stuff over there. I mean, I don't want their coffee, but
I've never even heard we have other stuff. I just saw HPY come up
yeah,
just the other day.
APL Go does have other products, and I didn't even notice what they were unless you go on a Russian site, or you go into one of Ron Cooper's people over there in Denmark, and you're going through the back office, and there it is. But don't hold your breath. I'm thinking 6 months. I'm not kidding you. We thought we'd have HPY by now, and it may be sooner, but Air, that's 6 months out there.
What's Happy and Air by chance?
Happy is, it doesn't have CBD in it at all. It has hemp seed in it, which, by the way, is legal everywhere. I can get it through Canada. So I don't know what the issue is there. Happy is, it's a product that tastes earthy. At least that's what I've heard. I've not tried it myself, and it makes you feel good. Till I get some, I don't really know what else to say about it. I'm not talking about it because we don't have it. So we just don't talk about it.
I love hemp seed. I cook with it.
After you take it, you say dude all the time.
There we go. Bobby, Dr. Lucas has he's unmuted. All right, perfect.
Yeah, kind of.
You are, we can hear you.
No way. Okay.
Yes, we can hear you. So Dr. Bobby, there's been several people that have been asking, and Randy Keeper's one of them here in Anchorage. I wish Kathy was on here. A lot of people are wanting to connect out with their chiropractor friends. Can you tell us, you can just be guest speaker tonight. Could you tell us how you're doing with the products, and what you like best about them?
Well, I like them.
Like you.
They work. The other thing is it's a convenient way to give them what they need to help build up their organs. And so what I found with it, I just introduce it to patients as they come along. If they want to know more information, I just turn them over to Sherry, and she works with me in my office certain days of the week. But what I found is that certain products, particularly the ice, I have a nephew or grandchild that's using the ice, and he's had intestinal problems for quite a while. And just in the last month, he's gotten to where he's gotten better. And that's what I found with most patients. They get better. I have a kid that I've been treating for, a good year and a half with a gut issue. He's about 6-7 years old. But since I put him on the ice, he's had a lot less intestinal disorders. And so he's very sensitive to certain foods. And so, if you get the gut working, a gut has a lot to do with your health, your autoimmune system. And so if you get that working, then that's a really big issue in these autoimmune diseases that are going to be around, especially since this COVID stuff.
Now, you just said something that was really important. You're working with, and you're a doctor, you've got a patient, you can say this, that is 6 or 7 years old. So these can be used for children.
Absolutely. And I have mothers just crush them up if their babies are throwing up a lot, and just have them crush it up and put it in their mouth. And because they only need maybe a half, they don't need a whole tablet. And just crush it up in their mouth, make it a little sweet tasting, and it works good.
Wow, that's really nice. So I know when I'm in there working with you, a lot of the people that come through there are a lot of them have gut issues. And would you say we have a lot of MLS that leaves that office, and then maybe the Power for Women?
Absolutely. Power for Women goes fast. But, I found that the guys, if I can get them to take it, do really well. And because like they say, your stamina improves markedly as far as your energy levels. And so again, the ladies with the women's, they change too. Their hormones change and they get better. But it takes a couple of 3 months. It's not a quick overnight one, usually. And so when I start them on it, I wanted to do it for 2 or 3 months before they even begin to think about quitting, because they've been sick for a long, long time.
Hey, Sherry.
Yes.
He just dropped us. I had COVID, and after I had COVID, I was tired all the time. I started taking Power for Women, and I found that I had the energy back that I was used to. And the other thing that I noticed is I'm not cold all the time, because I always had cold hands, and now I feel like I'm normal.
Wow,
So-
that's, you know what, that's a new one too. Would you happen to be taking HRT at the same time?
No,
Oh, that is good news then.
any of the HRT, because as you know, we muscle test,
Yes.
and my body doesn't say it needs it.
All right, that's awesome. Well, you know what, that's a good one to write down, you guys. Anybody that, and we don't want to say ages here, but she's just a couple years older than me. Right. And when we get older, I mean, I get really cold where I am, even though it's, of course it's freezing outside, but if I sit still, my hands get cold and my feet get cold. And that was when I first moved in here. When I first moved in here, that was over a year and 3-4 months ago. And I've been taking the Power. I don't have that problem anymore. Today I did. My feet were cold because I'm on a wooden floor here and I just had my socks on. That was my fault. But Dr. Lucas, is there anything else that you would like to let us know about while we've got you here, while you're in Hawaii?
Well, one of the things I like too is I like the STP, and I like the slide. Just personally, I'm 74 years old and my joints, are a little stiff and sore. But what I've noticed, if I take the slide and STP in the mornings, I don't have the joint pain, and I don't have the other aches and pains that go along with that. So, and that's where I approach most of my patients, because they've either got problems with their gut or they have pain. And so I just give them 3 tablets to take home, get them to try them out and see how they work with it. Some of them get a response, some don't, but if they do, they come back and buy some more. And
Yeah.
so I do a lot of retail through my office. I'm going to try to start working and getting more customers, at least if I can get them at a $200 level. At least they'll be contributing to my welfare. And the welfare goes under me.
To your retirement program. Well,
My
I do notice,
program,
yes,
yes.
I
might
do
retire
notice,
by 80, you know.
right,
but,
right.
well,
Retired by
problem-
80.
my problem is I still like what I do, and to retire just isn't in my blood. But it would be nice to have the resources there so that if I decided to, so that's our goal, is to get in a position that if I want to, I can back down to 2 days a week or 3 days a week versus 5.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine? I can't even imagine you not being there. You guys, when he's
Oh.
here, his office is jam-packed all day long. It's like herding cattle through there. I'm not, but everybody just
Oh.
loves him. They wait, they don't mind. And SLD, now I'm glad you brought that up.
Ooh.
We go through, I think it might be 50-50 on the SLD and the MLS. And
Yes.
And another one is the ICE. That was your
Oh.
favorite one when we first started.
Yeah. Yeah. Works right away. And so if patients see results within a short period of time, then they're going to respond. And so what doctors want to hear is this really going to work? And so the way to get them involved is kind of like Sherry. Of course, I've known Sherry for years. And so we've been in programs together in the past. But when she had the enthusiasm to come talk to me and ask me about the program, or so if I'd be interested, and she gave me a few samples, I actually trusted her enough. I just went ahead and signed up. But now that I'm using the product, I find that's very beneficial to me. So, and of course, if it works for me, it's going to work for others. Absolutely. So you got to have the confidence, use the products, get confidence in those 2 or 3. If you have to just market those 2 or 3, market those until you start finding other things that you can test people on, like patients. But I test them on a lot of things. But I used to give a lot of vitamins. And so what I'm hoping to do is do a lot of replacement of that with natural food products, herbs, and the herbal based DNA product, because that's what we need is at the cellular level. We need to get the DNA working properly. And that's why the laser works so well on a lot of patients, is because you're working at the DNA level of the cell, which excites the mitochondria, which gets it working. And that's what you're doing with a whole food product like this. I call it a whole food product, but this DNA process, it goes into the cell and it's used right away when it needs to be used. And otherwise it sits there, unlike a vitamin that goes right through your gut and right to the ground. Okay. So anyway, I love the product. And so if any of your doctor friends you want me to talk to, just get a hold of me. Sherry will share my information. I'm not tech enough to do that. I'm just a chiropractor, but I have to rely on Sherry to get my information together, but I'm not a techie. But anyway, that's all I have to say.
Oh, thank you so much, Dr. Lucas, and you too, Diane. And by the way, you heard him. You guys heard it here live. I know there's a couple people that have been requesting your assistance, and one of them is Randy right there in Anchorage. So Anchorage, Randy, whenever you're ready in Anchorage, I think Doc will be back. You guys will be back next Wednesday?
No, I'll be back Thursday morning here in a couple of days. So
this week.
Yeah, I get back at 5 in the morning. So
Don't call him on Thursday.
But-
No.
but I'll be at work Thursday. So I start at 9, so that gives me plenty of time to rest.
Well, just so you know, there's been some people that have been asking,
Okay.
have been requesting to be able to talk with you, and here you are live with us by surprise. This is awesome.
Surprise me too. Okay.
Well, thank you so much. Does anybody have a question they'd like to ask Dr. Lucas? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Anybody have a question they would love to ask Dr. Lucas? Now's your time. Now's your chance.
No question, but thanks for popping in with us.
Oh, not a problem. Glad I got in. Normally she has these classes and I'm still working when she has this, so I don't get to pop in.
I have a really good friend down here who's a chiropractor, And I've been mentioning you to him a little bit. So he said he might be interested in getting in touch with you. So I'll pop you a note and maybe we can work something out.
Absolutely. Be glad to.
That would be great. By the way, Dr. Lucas, that is Daniel Meyer. I've known him since, about sixth grade. We
Oh, wow.
we go
I
back
said
a
you
long
were a
way.
baby. Yeah. Nice.
We've known each other for about 50 years. Yeah.
Oh,
I had to
good.
wait 50 years for her to say, I love you.
Uh-oh. And just so you know, I tell everybody I love them. So I
Absolutely.
love you guys. You know, you keep using that, you're going to get in trouble with that one of these days, Daniel. I love you.
That's okay. It was fun at the time and it still is.
Okay, well, does anybody else have a question they'd like to ask Dr. Bobby?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, Clee, that's Clee Miller over in Ohio. He's a professor at the university.
Oh, nice.
What would you recommend if I reached out to chiropractors around here? What would you recommend to tell them?
Well, what I think you ought to use the DNA-based product and tell them a little bit about how it works and how it's put together as best you understand. And say, here, you need to try these products. And so give him a couple to do, like the slide, because if he's older, he's probably got some joint pain. And so,
Right.
That'll help. And then some of the STP. And maybe you might ask him, does he have patients that have a lot of gut issues, and give him the, the ICE or the MLS, and, let him try just the basic 3 core that they put in that little packet, because that's a really good starting point. That's what got me excited. I didn't get into the heart and things later until I got the product. Okay. But I needed the heart. So I can tell a difference with my blood pressure. I've been taking it about 3 months now. And it's kept me good. And then the norm for blood sugar.
Yeah.
So you got to hit
Okay.
them where the science is. They want to know a little bit about the science and how it works.
All right. Okay.
Mhm. And there's
Thank you.
information on that for you. So
Oh, yeah, I
absolutely.
know.
Good video.
Yeah, and I'd be willing to help you on that too. Seems how Dr. Lucas says I'm his, right arm man.
Yeah. Whoa, man.
Yeah, I'm his right arm man. Yeah, it's funny when we're in the office, he'll go, now he's the doctor and he says, here, talk to her. She's the expert. I'm like, no. We have a really good fun time in the office. So Clee, we're here to help you.
Absolutely.
I know.
Did that help you
Thank
out,
you.
Clee?
Yeah, it was awesome. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have a question they'd like to ask Dr. Bobby? Well, we're here. Okay, well, you guys, I greatly appreciate you all coming on here tonight. And Dr. Bobby, I am so glad that you and Diane figured out your phone, because it's so important to have a surprise guest speaker on. It's just great. And you're going to have your whole family on here before you know it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, I see 3 of them on here right now.
Good. That's what I like.
Yeah, so you guys, I want to go ahead and close for tonight, and thank you so much. Dr. Lucas and Diane, have very safe travels coming home, and I'll see you on Friday. And
Absolutely.
yeah, and if anybody else, nothing else to say, then or questions, then we'll go ahead and close this out for tonight. I really appreciate you guys all being here, and it's the holiday season. Let's have fun.
Aloha.